Short story, Ngách nội thị, author Minh Anh, artwork on cover by Nam Phương and Diễm, narrated by Julia. Part 1. The motorbike stopped with a clunk. Tiến clambers off the curb, fumbling in his pocket before pulling out a few crumpled $5,000 bills. The school is only about 2 kilometers away from the little Japanese town, but every morning his mother insists on paying the bicycle taxi guy at the end of their alley to take him there and back. He's already 15, what a pain. Still struggling to swing his backpack over his shoulders, he's rolling and muttering when a red-faced Western man suddenly appears out of nowhere and bumps into him, making him whine. The alley, barely wide enough to pass through, is already packed shoulder to shoulder with people. At the mouth of the alley, a row of Japanese restaurants crowd, in each one looking almost the same. Tiến has never been inside any of them. From every shopfront hang faded red lamps, each brushed with dainty white cherry blossom, now dulled by time. Dark wooden panels are mounted on the walls, giving the place an air of quiet elegance. Even the signboard is a long plank, over a meter in length, with Japanese characters carefully carved into its surface. The boy drags his exhausted body along the suffocatingly narrow alley where motorbikes build into the path, and a web of tangled wires overhead juts out and a glimpse of the sky. He turns into a slightly wider passage, but it's the part he hates the most. Why, to his right, the familiar Japanese taverns glow dimly with neon lights, along with a few bars sealed shut in darkness. The left side rises into towering glass buildings, their beaks lost from view, like giant mirrors thrust into the sky, reflecting the lush blue above, a sky he can only glimpse from the shadows of the alleys he has to crawl through. They say that there a single meal of theirs equal a month of abundance in his home. The thought makes his chest tighten. He feels trapped, restless with the urge to climb over some invisible wall. The boy lingers in a daze, the vendor's shrill cries drifting, thin and bright, to his ear. His mother has always told him, when passing the place where people trade, do not stare, lest you be cursed at. And yet curiosity holds him still. A cluster of women sits listless before a shop garnished with lights, their weariness deepened, perhaps, by the afternoon warm and sullen light. By now, he's used to it, the scent of essential oil spilling from the shop, mingling with the heady creak of powder and roll. And then there are the laundries emptying their water into the alley, and the sour creak of detergent forcing him to pinch his nose each time he passes. The alley gets narrower as he goes, which means he's almost home. They call it an alley, yet to his eye it's nothing more than a small secret side passage. So narrow, the houses on either side seem close enough to touch. Most are old, their walls stained and dirty with gravity. The ground floors are given over to business, while the upper floors serve as living quarters. The balconies are barely 2 adult hands span apart, with electrical wires strung from one side to the other. Even without a roof, the alley is always dim and dim, so close that every household knows the others. If there's an extra pot of fish, it must be carried over to share, and if there's a squirrel, it wages from balcony to balcony. It is loud but alive. Tiến feels like he's walking inside a sealed box, noisy, smelly, bursting with life. And there, within that box, is his home. He peers inside and sees his mother drenched in sweat, her hands moving quickly as she drops chicken drumstick into a pot of bubbling oil. She glances at him and says, "Back already, son? Take your little brother outside and keep an eye on him while I tidy the stall." Think a few times at the all too familiar stench of frying oil, then lifts up his baby brother and carries him out to the folding bed by the doorway. The alley is already cramped, and the folding bed takes up half of the space, but the inside of the house is packed, and his mother doesn't want them to get in her way. So he has to grow up on that cot in the alley, just as his little brother does now. From time to time, he has to shrink back, press more, when a motorbike whipped past. Patting his brother back, the boy lets his thoughts wander. Someday he will escape this box, but he knows he will miss it. The damp, mossy smell of the alley, the shadows of sewer rats that make his skin crawl each night, and the crisp sizzle of his mother's oil. He will even miss Anne, the annoying girl from the same block, and their standing date every Wednesday afternoon. Produced by Wandering in Architecture. Thank you very much and see you on the next chapter.